Okay. Let me see if I can fix this. GB 24 1280. Okay. Browse. Try that and see if that works. Still, why are we getting hot pixels? Why? Gain 5 24 45 and 70. Let me try that one and see what happens. Flip it back to raw. See what that does. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down here. I want to get the top there. Bring this down to here. That's better. Okay. I can bring this one over there, and then make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see the moon on there. Perfect. Okay. Okay, there we go. See what this does. See if that actually gets rid of the dark pixels. Or the hot pixels. It did not. Alright, timeout. Here's what I'm going to do. Timeout. We're going to reconnect the camera. See if that works. Hopefully that'll work. Alright. Well, welcome everybody. So a little 411 about what's going on. The mount has officially been sent for repair. So we don't have a mount right now other than the travel setup, which I have right now. And what we're looking at is a wide field view, but I haven't used this since the 14th of August, so we're going on 40 some odd days since the last time I used this. So I'm just getting this set up and ready to go. It's not working. Let me X out of it and then reload it back up. So give me 1 second. And we're going to reload SharpCap again. You may have to retake darks, but you shouldn't have to retake darks on every time you have to load it up. It should automatically find it. So that's what I'm not seeming to understand with this. It's funny though, you know. It's funny how things work and then they're just ridiculous. How come I'm not seeing anything? Alright, let me unplug it and plug it back in. Again. Hang on, people. Alright. We unplugged it, plugged it back in. So I apologize that this is not exactly as good as my home setup. Again, I have not used this in God knows how long. So this might take me some time. How come I'm not seeing anything? Oh, there we go. Yep, we can see something. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright. Okay. Let's go to... let's see what... Raw 8, 1280 by 960. Okay, that's 30 seconds. That's 45. We could try 30 seconds. We'll see what that does. We'll go back down to 30 here. We'll try 30. Alright, what's the gain supposed to be at? Gain is at 16. Alright, so we gotta go back up. Alright, so gain is at 16. Okay. Number of color planes from 3 to 1. Well, I already know that because it's shooting on RAW anyways, so what the hell's the difference? Well, that looks a lot better. Okay, cool. So that does work. Alright, cool. Yeah, I did remove the cover. Thank you. I did remove it. Now let's play with the brightness here. There we go. We're almost there. We're almost there. Don't you want to? No. We'll change it on the actual program. Duh. From 75 to 100. That's better. Okay. Alright. Alright, people. Okay. So, welcome to everybody that has come on, and they did clear up a little bit. They were pretty bad, but we're doing better. We're doing better, and we're getting there. Not bad. Okay. So how's everyone doing out tonight? Victor, welcome. ALS, welcome. Jeff, welcome. I know I saw Venus on earlier. Lord Putnam, welcome. as it won't be as in-depth as we've had in previous episodes, or previous streams, because as I mentioned before, my mount is currently in for repair. I tried everything I could possibly do for the mount, and it wasn't working. The go-to was completely shot. Oh, look at that, there's an airplane. Look at that, it's going right through. See, how about that? But I was trying to get it going, and it didn't work. I tried everything for the actual firmware, and it just wasn't working. I was on the phone with Celestron for God knows how long, trying to get it fixed, and it didn't work. They said that it just very well could be internal, that it's not mechanical, as it was tracking phenomenal. I mean, the tracking was great. So I don't know what the heck was happening. So, send it in this afternoon. I should know something probably within the next 3 to 5 days, and then we'll just go from there. My guess is it's probably just something dealing with the firmware. Just the go-to was just completely shot. Yeah, Jeff, that's what I was thinking too. That's exactly what I was thinking. And from what I know, they were talking about that sometimes the hand controllers could just be funky. And even with the factory reset, even with trying to figure it out, and I uninstalled everything on the computer, reinstalled everything. I thought it was the cords, so I played with the cords, tried to figure that out. That didn't work, and then it just... I spent way too many hours on that, and they're just like, well, let's just see if we can fix it, so just send it in. Okay. So, we'll just go from there. So hoping... we'll get an answer in a few days. Now, what we're looking at right now is just a little bit north of what my skies are. As you can see, Cassiopeia in there. Mirfac is in there. I can label everything, so this way you know where everything is. But Cassiopeia sits almost dead center in the actual picture. I know it's kind of hard to tell, and if you look carefully, just look carefully, people, you can actually see the Milky Way. I know it's a little tough because my skies suck, but you can see it, and it actually goes, like, horizontal at, like, maybe a 20-degree incline, going from left to right, heading towards where the picture of the moon is. You can actually see it just barely. So it is there, and we're only taking 30-second exposures, so we're not going all out. So we're only taking very, very short exposures just to see if there's anything that comes out. There probably won't be any meteors because the Draconids aren't for another week and a half to 2 weeks. And the Orionids is next month. So we won't really see much now. But at least I get to go out on I'd be devastated. I'd be absolutely devastated if I couldn't get out here and try to image when I don't have a mount. If I don't got nothing, I'm going to be very upset. So, we're getting something. And there are some clouds that are hanging through. Jeff said it cleared up, and it did. It rained all morning. It rained most of the afternoon. And then, all of a sudden, just at sunset, you saw a little bit of clearing out in the north. And I'm thinking, could that be? Could it be? And at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I looked out, and I'm like, let's go. It's game time. We gotta go. We gotta get this stuff ready. So it took me about an hour because it's all the way in the back because I haven't used this thing in over a month. So I mentioned a few people. I mentioned Jeff, and I saw you, Venus, and Victor, ALS, which is Astronomy live stream. Lord Putnam, I saw you, which apparently I think your name is Scott, which I did not know, but now I do. Saw somebody actually mention you by your actual name, which is great. So this is great. Anybody that I missed? I don't think so. I think we're pretty good. Melissa messaged me on Skype. I don't know if she's going to be joining or not. Same thing with Jello, to see if he's going to be stopping in. I told him that I'd be starting streaming at about 3:30. Or not 3:30, my god. 9:30. It's been a long day. Scott is cool like Mark D'Antonio. That's awesome. Scott, I'm so glad that you can actually come on. I've seen you come on my streams a few times, which is great. Well, Victor, it's in your screen name. I kind of figured that that was your name. But if you wanted me to call you Vic, I can call you Vic. I have no problem with that. I think the biggest confusion with everybody that when somebody comes on is most intelligent ever born. Somebody like to call him Moist, but is it Most? I don't know. I don't even know what his real name is either. I have no idea. We'll see if Most Intelligent Ever Born comes on. Who knows? We've seen Chris from Astro Channel come on. Oh, there's a Ron sighting. Ron is on. I know I've seen Awaken Alabama. He's been on a couple times. Moist. But then we've also had both James on, too. I think it was James Dugan, and then there was another James. I can't remember off the top of my head of what his last name was. But I knew that one of the James was from Australia. Ooh. Hopefully he'll get to stop in tonight. So Ron, if you just coming on in, just doing wide field. Pretty much, not doing much. In a little bit, I'd like to try a few things here on this laptop. We'll see what I'm going to be able to do here in the background. Those clouds look really cool on the left. That looks really neat, though. And as it gets a little bit darker, you'll be able to see more and more of the Milky Way, which will be pretty cool. I might crank the exposure on this too. I might. Oh, that's right, there's no toad! I forgot about that! There's not a toad sighting. We need to get these people on. Of course, there's not much to look at. I'm gonna turn off the sign out front. Do that. Alright. Turn the sign off. That'll help. A little bit. See what that does by turning off the sign outside. A little bit better. More clouds are starting to come in. Yeah, the clouds are just there. There's definitely some... You're right, Jeff. There is some clouds on the left, but that's okay. Hopefully they'll go away. The moon actually sits at the bottom of this screen. Go up here. I can actually go up a little bit here. And you can actually see how much there is. There's a lot of clouds. That's okay. Does look pretty cool, though. With those clouds. Because that's why I didn't really want to go 60 seconds. Because if I do 60 seconds, it's gonna be bad. And there's a light shroud in here too. It's actually right in the top of the screen. It's from someone's lights across the street. I think it's that sign across the street that I would love to just if there's a light switch, just turn it off. But that's what's causing this. But those clouds look so interesting. The lens that I'm using, it's a 180-degree lens. It's just a wide-angle lens. It's a T7 Astro camera, a cheap camera, which is not bad, and it's kind of along the same lines as a ZWO, but cheaper, pretty much. Yeah, BB gun, exactly. And then it just screws right in, and I'll take a picture and send it to you later, and I'll show you what it is. Actually, you want to know what? I could probably do you one better. Here. I will look it up, and I can send it in the links. I just gotta get my cell phone charger here. My phone's gonna die. Is this my charger? Yes, it is. Alright. Cell phone is charging. Don't let... No eggs, no rocks, no nothing. When do we get the Celestron back? The Celestron's probably... They said between 10 and 15 days. What's going to happen first is I sent it out 2 days shipping. So they're probably going to get it Friday. I don't know if they're open Saturday. So probably at the latest Monday, they're going to get to it. And they're going to look at it. And if it truly is firmware... And if it's truly, you know, just downloading something and tightening it up and getting it all nice and neat, probably 1 day. And then they'll call me, say, "Hey, Chris, this is what's going on. This is what it's going to cost." I'm fearing for the worst. But at this point, I'm willing to pay for it because I'm not paying for a new mount. I'm just not doing it. So I'd rather get something repaired. And then we'll just go from there. It's the Celestron AVX mount, so it's the Advanced VX. It's not a bad mount. It's not a C-Gem. It's not anything spectacular. But it's done the job for me. I mean, I've gotten 20, 30-minute exposures with this mount without any problems. And the tracking was fine. But the go-to, all of a sudden, within the last 4 months or so, has just gone haywire. And I mean completely off. I was telling somebody earlier, and there is no manufacturer warranty because I bought it secondhand, and it's been 3 years. So the warranty's already gone. It sucks. So I was telling somebody, it's kind of like GPS for your car. If your GPS is screwed up, then it tells you something completely different, and then like, where does it go? And yeah, Ron, that is a pretty neat picture. There's a lot of clouds coming through. Oh boy, follow the light and see what happens. I hope those clouds go away. I really do. I'm really hoping for that. That would be really bad. I just wish there was a manufacturer warranty. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, with that kind of stuff, that goes along the lines with backlash and just tracking. That stuff was perfectly fine. I mean, once I locked into a target, it followed that target all night. I mean, I could have gone weeks on that target without any problems because I was getting between 0.2 and 0.4 arc seconds in error. And it was like running like a dream. But then the problem is when you're actually trying to find the object. I would do the 2-star alignment. Mark Antonio told me to do 1-star alignment, so I did 1 star. I did it, and I connected it to the computer. It didn't work. So then I unhooked it, tried to do the actual polar aligning and star aligning from just the mount itself. That didn't work, because you would get the star dead center on the actual star alignment. You'd see the star, you would know where the star is, everything's great. You hit it, align success. Fantastic, everything's working great. Then you say, okay, I want to go to M31. So then you go to M31. It's like 35 degrees off. And I would go to, say, M103. Not even close. I didn't even know how that's even possible, considering you did a factory reset. So it should have wiped it out clean and should have started fresh. So it's got to be, like Jeff said, it's got to be something to deal with the hand controller. That's my thinking, is that something is wrong. Because I changed everything, and it just didn't work. So we'll see. We will see. These clouds came out of nowhere. Jeff, you jinxed it. You're like, oh, the sky's cleared up. Oh, boy. They did not. They are not clearing up. Bad clouds. Bad. Frankly, I have no idea how I'm still functioning. I don't even know today. I was just sitting on the couch not even about an hour and a half ago. And I was like dozing off on the couch. I was like ready to fall asleep. And then I looked at the clock and said, oh shit, it's 9 o'clock, I gotta go. It's like, I gotta go out and image. Not imaging much though. But we're getting something. Getting clouds. Lots and lots of clouds. You can barely see Cassiopeia, which that's pretty cool. Cassiopeia just sits right above that light shroud. Or those white clouds. Cassiopeia just sits there. It's so bright you can actually just barely see it. Here, I'll scroll it down here. There we go. That cloud is bright. Whew! I did. And I tried to, and it still was all effed up. Like, I would try to go and then just do like alignment success, and then just do it during the day to see exactly where it was going to go. And it was pointing at the freaking ground. Like, I have no idea why it would even do that. So, it was so messed up. And the mount that I had previous to this was the CG5. And it screwed up once in a while with the CG5, and I knew that was always screwed up. But when you did the factory reset, everything went back to normal, and then you'd be able to find things. Like last year, if you go back to my streams from last year, where I would go from object to object, I would literally just click, and it would go right to the object, and I wouldn't have to do it. Off its axis? I don't know. I mean, I literally took everything apart and then pieced it together. Like, kind of like when you have something that's wrong, you follow the breadcrumbs, Hansel and Gretel. So you have to follow each thing. So you start with one, and then you just work your way off of that. Well, I started with the mount, and then worked my way off of that to see exactly what was wrong. Is it the mount? Is it the access? Is it the cable? Is it the computer? Is it the hand controller? Is it too much weight? Is it off balanced? Is it not level? I mean, I went through every single possible troubleshoot you can ever imagine. And I was on the phone with Celestron for over like 30, 40 minutes at least. And then I just was like, you know what? I can't do this. I was like, I spent 2 hours trying to get the firmware in the goddamn thing, because I couldn't figure that one out either with Java. That was different. That was crazy. Because apparently, when you open up the program to do your CFM, which is your firmware for Celestron, apparently you have to do Java. And it has to open it up, but you have to extract the files, to extract them onto the desktop, and then you have to have the latest Java. And then it was like, oh my god. And you had to download it, and then open it as a Java file, but not as a regular, so you had to create a shortcut for the Java to open it up to find out that the downloads weren't there, and they couldn't figure out why they weren't there, and no one knew. Because they're like, well, as soon as you open up the Java, and as soon as you open up the CFM file, the download should be right there. You should be able to update the firmware right then and there. I'm like, it's not there. I'm like, would you like me to send you a picture? It's not there. I don't know. At that point, then that's when I got fed up. And then I'm like, you know what? That's it. You take a look at the damn thing. Because I can't. And it's not, I'm not bashing the company. I'm not bashing anything. I mean, their customer service was spot on. You know, they were phenomenal. I was talking to the guy, and he was just so great. Every time I emailed him, by the next morning, I got a response. And he was like, you know, send me the pictures, send me this, send me that, try to figure this out. You know, did you do this, did you do that? And then I got on the phone with him, trying to figure it out. And then he's just like, you know what, just send it in. We'll look at it. All right, cool. This might be the end of the clouds here. I'm hoping. Let me bring down the contrast a little bit here. There you go. Now you can see the clouds. Is that a little bit better? How about that? Now that's cool. You can almost get a painting out of that. That's really neat. Yeah, exactly, Victor. I'm just venting. I'm just venting. It's just been... It's been an interesting 2 weeks. I'll put it at that. It's been very interesting. And I'm just glad that the mount's going to be taken care of. And I'm telling you, we'll be back to normal in no time. And just thank God that I have this backup mount, because then we'll just go from there. Because I could also do the moon. If it's up high enough, which it is, I could actually get the moon tonight. So in a little bit, let me go out there and check it. Let me see where the moon is right now. Let's see. Well, that's a prime spot, too. Where are the clouds moving? Wait. Side. Yeah, there's more clouds coming on that side. I could probably get the moon. Whew, glasses are dirty. Jeez, I can barely see. And it does sound like I'm too advanced for it, yeah. That's what I call it, the advanced VX. Maybe it's just below my VX. Just below. The moon phase that we're in right now, let me update it and see if that's 100% correct. Let me see if that's right. Yeah, that's right, 96%. So we just passed full moon yesterday. So it was a full moon, and now we're starting to get a little bit of a crescent phase on the other side. So I can get the moon in a little bit. I have the Orion Apex on, so I could pull that up. That won't be anything like the others that get the moon. I don't have, you know, a 6-inch or anything like that. The 6-inch reflector, or the Dobson or anything like that. I just have just a 90mm. That's probably older than dirt. So I don't even know how bad it is. I haven't done lunar imaging in like over a year and a half. So I can't imagine how bad that's gonna go. But I can always try. Here, if you like the labels, here. How about this? Ready? If I can freaking spell. There. That's a good label right there. Is that good? Clouds. Lots of clouds. I can put it all over the entire screen too. Clack, 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 clack. There's clouds all over the place. Because you would see, right here. Okay, you out here. I don't know if do I have the cursor? I don't have the cursor on. Now I have the cursor on. Now you're gonna see it. Okay, this right here, this is Cassiopeia through the clouds. You can just barely see it. There's a star all the way to the left here. That's Capella right there. And then Mirfak is in here in this complete mess right here. So you're heading up north here, and then the North Star is up here on the like just a little bit above here. So if I go up here, North Star is somewhere right in here. So yeah, exactly. See, now that's cool. It's because now we can actually, like, we can use our imaginations for these clouds. It does, you know, hold on. You know what would be really cool? Hang on. We'll move this down, okay? If you look, here's an eye, and this is the mouth. Right here. It's a person! And look! Here's hair! It's Donald Trump. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But our imagination can run wild. Now, we can have lots of fun with these clouds if we really wanted to. We all did it as kids. We all did it when we laid on the grass and we looked up and we're like, "There's a turtle. Oh look, there's a duck." You know, we all did it. You could always make a game out of it, which is super cool. Yeah, you wanna know what, Victor? That's perfect. It's a jack-o'-lantern. Who needs astronomy when you could just have this and just shoot this for a few hours? I'm sure it'd get boring after a while, though. Because I know in a little bit, then I'll switch this over to the moon. At least we can get that. I won't be able to do planetary, though, with this. You still do it? We all do. I do, I'll sit out there sometimes, and I'll look. You gotta have a really creative imagination. I know my daughter does it all the time. My daughter will look in and she'll be like, Daddy, there's a turtle. And I'm like, yeah, that's a turtle. I mean, it is. But it's super cool. She may see it, but I sure as hell don't. Yeah, because I don't see these clouds going away anytime soon. And it's just this one band. Because right where the moon is, there's like nothing in the east. So if I move this over here, what I want to do is I want to move it over. Unless you want me to keep it still. There's 5 of you on. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to keep it going? Or do you want me to just go to the moon? Well, I personally can't go to the moon, but we can look at the moon, I guess. Oh, I'm sure they won't mind. Are they imaging the moon now? I'm pretty sure they are. They would have to be. Unless if it's cloudy over there. Doesn't look like they are. Oh, good, Ron. You got OBS reinstalled. What was the problem? I know you said something about that it wasn't working right. No, PK Space Imaging hasn't been on for 2 days. Crazy. How do I get Mixler going on it? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to stream both of them at the same time? Jeff says moon. Venus says moon. That's majority because I say moon too. So that's majority. Because I ain't getting anything out of this. And I'm going to be impolitically correct about that. I ain't. Or I am not. So we're gonna go for it. What I may have to do is lower the exposure because this is going to be super bright. So we're going to lower the exposure down to like 3.5 seconds here. Because it's going to be really, really, really bright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there and I'm going to move the mount to get it just where I want it to be. technical difficulties out here. So apparently, the dovetail bar is too long for the thing. Oh boy. I unplugged the one thing. Give it a second. Give me a second out here. Oh. Well. The purple color at the bottom, that is because the moon was super bright. Now that's what's called like a light shroud. So when it's something super, super bright, it screws it up. Oh, let me see. Don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up. Okay. Alright, hang on. I knew today was going to be really freaking bad. I knew that nothing was going to go right tonight at all. I knew it. This was totally inevitable. Okay, so it's back up. There's your moon right there. There's not much. Well, I can zoom in a little bit on this one. This is just the wide field at 800%. That's the moon! Because then you could actually... That's a building right there. So it's about to go behind a building anyways. But you can see there's a lot of clouds and everything too. That is pretty cool though. You can actually see it like real live time right there. Look at that. That's 0.4 seconds. You can actually see it like moving. That's really neat. So here's my other problem. The dovetail that I have. Now a dovetail, what that does is it connects telescopes to the actual mount. And then there's like a little screw and you put the screw in there and then you can hold it in. The dovetail that I have is way too freaking long because I'm trying to do, unless if I actually take it off, that would be too much work. I could try to flip it. I'm trying to flip it and put the big one on the bottom, or on the right, and then the small one on the left. Thinking. We got lots of people coming on, and yet we still don't have much, but that's okay. Trying to think what I could do. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out back out there. I'm gonna take a look. See what I can The moon's technically behind the building, so there's not much I can really do behind the building. So... we could try to see if we can get something different. Give me a second here. I'm trying to move them out just a little bit. Okay. Alright, we're fixed. We are fixed out there. Okay. There we go. Now let's crank it. There's barely any clouds in this section here, so we'll see what we get here. Gain 16. 16. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's see what that does. See if that clears it up. Yes, it did. Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. All right. There better not be any freaking clouds coming this way either. Now, what we're looking at right now, because apparently the moon is behind the building, so there's nothing I can do to try to get the moon, which I didn't think it was rising that fast, this is what you call the summer triangle. How about that? The summer triangle. Let's see if we can crank the exposure. Let's crank it even higher. It's going to look bad, so just give me 1 second. It's going to look bad only because I just changed the exposure in the middle of an exposure. There we go. Oh, that's way too high. There was an airplane that went through too. Why isn't this working? We'll do 30 and then 16. So 30 and 16. Okay, so Jello, it was good to see you on, though there's not much really going on. There's not much really to see. Just testing this out, and I'm glad I'm testing this out now because then when we get to the actual meteor showers, then we'll actually have things together and things will be ready. So it's just a matter of just getting this thing set up and ready to go. You know, as I said before, this is all about trial and error with this setup because I haven't used it in God knows how long. With the setup that I had for the home setup, that's easy. Roll it out, hit play, and just go. It's almost like riding a bike. It's been so easy for that home setup, I have almost forgot how much of a pain in the ass this setup is. But once I get this ready, because this is the travel setup, so I can take this anywhere. I just need to work out the bugs. That's all. And yeah, it is a big view. It's a really neat view. And it's actually really cool. There's a plane that's going through again, which is right here. You can actually see it going right across. That's pretty neat. And the summer triangle, like if I were to... Here. Altair. Right here. That's Altair. Because you got that double star there. So you can get an idea. Okay. And you can just barely see the Milky Way on this too. So you can just barely see it. But it is there nonetheless. Okay. And then Vega. So I'm going to do another text here. VEGA. Add Vega down here. Okay. And then finally, does anybody know the third one for the summer triangle? Yeah, well, unfortunately you won't see it, though. And I have caught some. I've caught a few. I've caught quite a few. That August 12th stream, that Mega Power stream that I think it was 4 hours and 45 minutes, I caught 7 on that stream. And the last one is Deneb, which is this one right here. So that's the summer triangle right there, which is pretty neat. And here's something even cooler, okay? This is something even more amazing, okay? In the middle, and I mean, I swear, literally right in the middle of the summer triangle, no joke, there's a star that sits between the three of them. Okay? And it's really cool. Do you know the name of the star? Does anyone know the name of the star that's sitting right in the middle of the summer triangle? Not Vesta. But Deneb you got. Deneb was the part of the summer triangle. But does anybody know, without looking, there's a star. It's actually a binary star system. And it's a binary star system that sits literally right in the middle of the summer triangle. I mean, no joke. I mean, it's like crazy how close it is. It starts with an A. Here, I'll type it. Ready? Yes, you got it. You got it. And it's a binary star system. Albireo. And Albireo sits right here. That's a double star system right there. And it sits, I mean, no joke. I mean, it's like right in the middle of the summer triangle. It's right there. It's so cool. And then if you look, this is Satyr right here. This is another bright star that sits right off of Deneb. And there's a lot of star clusters and there's a lot of nebula all throughout here. If I were to have dark skies and no clouds, no nothing, no lights, no nothing, you would see the North American Nebula, the Pelican Nebula would all sit right in here. And then if you would go over here with Satyr, you would have the Crescent, the Cooling Tower, you'd have a whole bunch of stuff right off of this star right here, and then the Satyr Complex, which is all nebula, which is so cool. And then if you go down to where Vega is, then it's just off the picture here. Actually, maybe it is. No, it's off the picture. There'd be two stars. And the Ring Nebula sits right off of Vega. It would actually be down here. And you would see the ring. And then if you go to Altair, and if you keep going off this way, back this way, you would have the Eagle, the Lagoon, the Trifid, the Swan. You'd have all that stuff down in the corner over there. So, and it does. Cygnus does look like a swan. You're very right. And Tanya's on. And Chris Astro Channel's on. Ron's on. Victor's on. Venus is on. Jello was on for a little bit. He left. Melissa was on for a little bit. She left. Lord Putnam, I think, was on for a little bit, and I think he left, although he might still be here. Jeff, I think you're still here, too. That's the one dumb thing about this, is that it doesn't tell you who's actually still here or who's not here. That's the one stupid thing about this. That's right, it is an awesome-looking wrench. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. I mean, that is pretty cool, though. I mean, that's really neat. I guess it's better than nothing. I was going to try to get the moon, if you're just joining me, but it's behind a building, so I really can't do much. And plus, the dovetail is just too long. That's what she said! No, I'm just... The dovetail is too big, and I can't turn it around where the mount is, because it's not an equatorial, like, made for equatorial, where you can actually, like, use it. So the end of the dovetail was catching the mount, so that's why it wasn't moving. And if I shoved it up a little bit to the left, there was too much weight, because I have a 90mm apex on the left and then just a camera on the right, so the weight's not distributed because you got to get it balanced. So it's a huge pain in the ass, and I'm not going to deal with it right now, so I don't really care right now. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to get the Summer Triangle for now. I think that sounds about right. And you can see that the moon actually went down in percentage. It's 95.9 now. Ooh. 95.9, it's going down. And that's right. I think it is the purple moon. Didn't they have like two names for it? It was like the wolf moon or something. Like you almost have like, it's literally like 2 or 3 names every month. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up. Because I think it's so cool. Moon names. Okay, here we go. What are the full moon names? Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Venus. It is a go at the flow night. There's no... Like, usually I have, like, a rhythm. Like, I know that things are going to work and things are going to go with the setup that I have. Tanya, I know you're just joining me, but I'm going to give you the down low of what's going on. I know that other people have been on. The mount has been sent in for repair. So, what that means is I don't have my regular mount right now. You want to know what the star on the bottom left is? I don't... Oh, that is a star. It's just the way that the actual... It's going to go back, but that's Albireo right there. Wait a minute here. There we go. That's Albireo. This red thing right here, wait till the next exposure and it should change color. Or maybe not. But that is a star. That is Albireo right there. So just give it a second. There might be like a hot pixel like... Okay, so apparently we lost connection again too. So that's wonderful. Yeah, I don't have my regular mount, so using the travel setup, and we're just getting just regular things. Good wide field. Why not? Semi-clear, you might as well go for it. Death Star, that's about right. And like Venus said, we're just going with the flow tonight. We are going with the flow. Yeah, I think like the pixel is like right on that damn star. Okay, so apparently OBS is being... What? Dan. But now you can actually see that it's... Well, we'll see. You know, I might do that, Victor. Let's back up. And then you can see that Albireo is not red anymore. Oh, another plane. Man, there's a lot of planes coming through here. That's going right through Altair. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's no more music. There we go. Four o'clock from Deneb. That's another hot pixel right there. So what I'm going to have to do won't be tonight, but what I'm going to do in the near future is I'm going to do a whole bunch of dark frames. What I had before with the dark frames was I was just doing short 3 and 5, frames. I'd want to do at least 30 to 50. And then just average it out and then do dark frames. And when you do the dark frames, what's going to happen is it's going to get rid of these hot and cold pixels. Like there's one right there. This is one right here. That's one right there. There's one down here. Literally, there's one that keeps going in and out where Albireo is. So there's a bunch of them on here that will get rid of it. And then I'm also going to do flats, which will get rid of this dust mote here. There's a dust mote right there. There's one right here, and then there's one right there. So there's quite a few dust motes on the actual lens. Could also be on the sensor too. So I'd have to do the flats and the darks in order to get rid of this, in order for this to be a flat picture. But it's not bad. It's Not bad for a cheap camera. And I meant, that's what I wanted to do. I meant to send the picture here. And I'm like doing like 10 things at once here. But Victor, you were right for this month, as it's the, well, hold on, is this 2018? Yeah, June 27th of 2018. September is the fruit moon and the harvest moon. October is the harvest moon and the hunter's moon. November is hunter's moon, frosty moon, or beaver moon. And December is the cold moon, moon before Yule, or long night moon. Apparently you learn something new every day. You want to know something else that's super cool? About once every 19 years, February has no full moon at all. That's crazy. That's nuts. Moreover, in 7 out of every 19 years, 2 full moons will fall in the same calendar month, and in a year where February has no full moons at all, like in the year 2018, you can actually have 2 full moons in January and 2 full moons in March, but none in February, in which case you have 8 calendar months with 2 full moons in a 19-year cycle. The second of the month's 2 full moons is popularly referred to as a blue moon, which, yeah, that we knew. We knew that. Because a blue moon is where you have 2 in the same month. Beavers like nuts? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, the fruit moon is September. Foxy moon, Ron. Now, that's just the northern hemisphere. Apparently, the southern hemisphere has different names. Who knew? In the southern hemisphere, September is the worm moon, crow moon, sugar moon, chaste moon, and sap moon. Why is there 5 names in one freaking month? That makes no sense. October is the egg moon, fish moon, seed moon, pink moon, walking moon. November, corn, milk, flour, hare. H-A-R-E. Like rabbit. December, strawberry, honey, rose. They're just making stuff up, apparently, because I don't see any of that with moons. You've seen apple and cherry. Looking in previous months to see if it's on there. Doesn't look like they had them for this year. Yeah, they're just making stuff up. And you know, I don't get it. Why do they have 5 names in one month? They don't have 5 full moons in a month. Makes no sense. June had rose, flower, strawberry. Those are the 3 for June. So apparently you can have strawberry more than once, which again is just, I'm blown away. I don't get it. And I got that from earthsky.org. Yeah, Venus, that makes sense. This one's from Native American moon names. Where's Star? Star would probably know. Should I send out the star signal and see if Star will come out? She's probably sleeping. There's another freaking plane that's coming through. I'm on almanac.com. That's interesting. This is making my head hurt. There's just too much. There's too many freaking names. It makes no sense to me. The moon is the moon. I get it that you want to have a name, but don't name it 5 or 6 different things. Oh my god! What is up with this? Star just comes out of nowhere? Was it like a bat call or something? Star, did you get my signal? There was a star signal. You know, I think I see it. Hang on. Whoa, is that a big airplane that's coming through? Yep, that's a big airplane too. Here. I see it. There's a star signal. Do you see the star signal? It's not a UFO. I can hear the airplane. Wait. I see the star signal. Star, we need your help. We need your help. Because because we got to figure this out. You're all about signs and stuff, right? We're not signs, but like trying to figure out the many tribes, different names. I don't know. I mean, so Star, we're talking about the full moons and how they have like 1,000 different names for these moons, and we're not sure if it's Native American. We're not sure of exactly why they're naming these or what they name them. Venus thinks it's because that's what the crops are, which that's possible. I mean, I get it. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I went on one site, and they said it's just this. But then I went on another site, like, there was that almanac, whatever it is, and then there's, like, 5 different names in September. And which one is right? I have no idea. Like, I go on almanac.com. Almanac says for the month of September... Where is it? It's called the full corn moon. That's what it's called. Full corn. And there's actually a description here. And it says, the full moon corresponds with the time of harvesting corn. It is also called the barley moon because it is the time to harvest and thresh the ripened barley. The harvest moon is the full moon nearest the autumnal equinox, which can occur in September or October and is bright enough to follow or to allow finishing of all harvest chores. Interesting. And the next month is going to be the full hunter's moon. Now that makes sense. December would be the full cold moon. History long ago, different parts of name at the time. Yeah. I mean, that's why I wanted to get you on, because that's why you would know more than we would. And by the way, welcome, Lorraine. I saw that you stopped in too. I see that, which is awesome. We're just having lots of fun tonight. So Lorraine and Star, what we're getting right here. And I know I sound repetitious to everybody that's already been on before, and gets to hear the spiel again. Is that my mount is currently in repair? So right now I don't have my home mount. What I have right now is the travel mount, and we're just getting wide field. We're not getting long exposure. We're not getting anything spectacular. We're just getting the summer triangle. which is Vega, Altair, and Deneb, which is the Summer Triangle. Yes, that's a building on the left-hand side, if anybody didn't notice. So it's getting close to being set for the Summer Triangle. I can move the mount a little bit, so that way it doesn't get into the building. And I'm noticing this side gets a lot of planes because the Niagara Falls International Airport is just northeast or northwest. So these planes are just coming through, and that's why you're seeing these planes go right over, is because the International Airport is literally about 3.5, 4 miles north of here. That's why we're getting a ton of planes. So Star says, mostly native has meaning and other side has other. Different tribes, climates, interpolations, or interpretations. And no, they didn't find the problem out yet. It's gonna be, I just sent it out today, so it probably won't be until Monday at the latest, Friday at the earliest. My guess is it's gonna be Monday. Monday will be Judgment Day, and that's when we'll know what exactly is going on. The good thing about Celestron, and I'm name dropping again, which is fine, and you want to know what the red dot, that is actually a hot pixel. Right there. Hot pixel. Whew, that's hot. Whew. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's a hot pixel. What that means is I got to take better dark frames, because there's one right there. There's one right here. So, and there's one up at the top left here. So there's quite a few hot pixels in here, only because I got to take better dark frames. Simple as that. The dark frames actually eliminate it, and then you actually get a clearer picture. So eventually we'll get there. But Celestron was really nice, because what they told me is I didn't have to send out the tripod, which is great. So I got the tripod sitting here. I don't have a mount on it, but I got a tripod. They told me I didn't have to bring what would make sense. You don't have to bring the counterweights. Makes sense. You don't have to bring that either. And then the AC adapter I didn't have to send out. So there was 3 things that I did not have to send out, which is great. So that's 3 things that's less weight. It was still freaking expensive to send that out, but I well packed that, and I put insurance on it and everything. And I don't want anything to happen to that damn thing. That's the last thing I need. Exactly, the more you know. I mean, there's just knowledge. It's amazing. Oh, Star's got stuff. Here we go. Native and Mayans use terms and cycles that link to the moon times of the year. Same goes other parts of the world. Now its basic meaning. That's interesting. See, I knew I could count on you, Star. I knew it. I knew I could count on you. Because you got all that stuff. I don't. I look at the moon and go, hey, the moon's full tonight. Awesome. That's all I know. Native used a name of animals, like how birth dates different. I didn't know that either. Hence, that's why they get the wolf. There's the sturgeon moon, the full buck moon. So that's why they use some of the animals. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, sturgeon's a fish. Well, the beaver. Beaver's an animal, too. Star, you are just so filled with knowledge. It's amazing. It's great. Can always count on you. We definitely appreciate it. I don't know how you managed to do that perfect timing, though, too. That was unreal. As soon as I said it. Ron, did you contact her or something? Ron's got the bat signal. He had to open up a door for the bat phone. Hang on, I gotta call Star. Hang on, Star, we need you on now. We need you. Come on. We need you to come on. Doesn't matter. Put the fork down. You're not eating right now. You gotta come on the stream. You look in the past, the history of how things are. Yeah. You do. You do notice things. That looks pretty cool, though. You can see part of the Milky Way, though, on this side, too. This is the opposite end. This is the other side. Oh, that's pretty cool. What I'm going to do is, for anybody that's coming in and noticing something, I'm going to make damn sure I put this in here so this way everybody knows. This way, we know exactly what it is. There. There. So everybody knows that that's a hot pixel. That's not a planet. It's not a star. It's not a meteor or an asteroid or anything. So you see, you're not done eating yet. I knew it. I knew it. I'm psychic. I have psychic ability. No, I really don't. I got nothing. See, I'm telling you, I got that psychic ability. Ron, I'm gonna say you are fiddling around with OBS right now. I can almost guarantee it. You're fiddling around with OBS and you're trying to play the audio library and you're cussing. Am I right? I could be wrong. It's not a planet, Ron. It's not a planet. It's a hot pixel. We're just having too much fun. I knew it. I knew what you were doing. Oh, you're having issues again. Oh boy. Lorraine says, is there a chance we might see flashes of light tonight? It's possible. I mean, anything's possible with meteor showers. I mean, you get things that come out of nowhere. I mean, the next meteor shower is not the greatest meteor shower in the entire world. It's called the Draconids. And the peak for the Draconids is supposed to be October 8th. And where the Draconids actually sit is actually pretty damn close to where we're imaging. It's actually, like, again, it's one of those things that I almost could tell what we're doing. It's pretty damn close. Where it is actually down a little bit further below where Vega and Deneb are. It's not far. The Draconids actually fall where the star is called Altanin, which is just to the left of the celestial pole. So, like, if you were to see where the progress bar is, and what I could do is I can remove some of the progress bar here. Because we're not really taking it. Well, we could take images, but move this over to the left. Because there could be. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen all, you know, in that certain designated area. It could happen all over. And that's the thing. It can happen anywhere, really. I mean, that's where the peak's supposed to be. So it very well could happen anywhere. What I'll do is I'll move this up. Okay. So it's possible that it's going to be right down here. This is where the Draconid meteor shower is going to be down here. The actual rate is one of the lowest on any of the meteor showers that you're going to see throughout the year. It's not going to be great. Not like the Pleiades like we had back in August. And you're looking at, let's see, for peak of how many you're going to see. Just looking to see like what they say for the actual peak of how many you're going to see. Probably like 20 an hour. That's in dark skies nonetheless too. So I mean, it's not the greatest. Now the Orionids, now that's different. That's a big one. I remember doing that last year, and that was a phenomenal one. I didn't see a damn thing. But I know it is amazing. And I'll get the exact numbers here for all of them here. Here we go. This one will tell me. Or not. Apparently not. This won't tell me. What the frick? What the hell? It doesn't even tell you anything. I think I know I'll be adding my website because this is crap. Okay, here we go. Now I found it. Jeez. They don't even have the Draconids in here. What the frick? They got the Lyrids, the Eta Aquariids, the Southern Delta Aquariids, the Alpha Capricornids, the Perseids, the Orionids, the Southern Taurids, Northern Taurids, Leonids, Geminids, and Ursids. But they don't have the Draconids. Are you kidding me? Ursids had a zenith hourly rate of 10. And you mean to tell me that you can't put the other one on there? That's BS. I'll have to write to this website. amsmeteors.org. Meteor shower calendar. Wait, this is for 2019. Where the hell's 2018? Were you skipping over the rest of the year? Stupid. Sorry, I gotta catch up on the... Alright, sorry, I gotta catch up on the chat here. What do I use to add a playlist? Ron, you don't need to use a playlist. All you do is... I'm guessing you don't have a video editor? Like Windows Movie Maker or something that's along the lines there where you can actually create your own. I mean, if you wanted to do a playlist, you could do that through Mixler if you wanted to. But you'd be loading each song individually, and it would take you days to do. So, I mean, you could do that. It would just take a long time. For me, I just put them all in the video editor and then just render it. And now I have a file that I can use of 100 songs. And just hit play and let it go in the background. And then it'll just play while I'm talking. So I don't know. Ron, I'll have to figure it out with you. I'll have to talk to you about it, and then we'll just go from there. I had an aurora storm pass over a few years back. It lacked the colors that would normally see. Okay, Lorraine, that's a good one. And actually, I can actually talk a little bit about that too, which is really cool. What colors did you see on the aurora? Yeah, 2018 is trying to forget that it exists. It's going right to 2019, which is just dumb. What colors did you see on the actual the aurora? Because there's a great story about that too, which is really crazy. Was it purple, by any chance? Pale and yellow green. Okay, well that's normal. The pale and yellow green is what you're supposed to see. But apparently, from what the aurora hunters, or chasers they call them, they actually have found an anomaly in some of the actual auroras. Does anybody know, by raising their hand, I'm just kidding, can't raise your hand in this, but does anybody know in the chat room what they call the anomaly of the auroras? Does anybody know? It's a name. Because usually you'll see yellow and green for the auroras for the northern lights. Sometimes pink, but there's actually they've recently seen some that have purple in them. Like a deep purple. It's crazy. And they gave it a name earlier this year. Don't look it up. No, not solar something. Starts with an S though. The name that they gave it was Steve. No joke. Doesn't stand for anything. They just named it Steve. I have no idea. But they saw it was in Calgary, in Canada. And they chase auroras constantly. And they saw this and they wanted to know what it was. And I just think that's so cool, that the fact that they found something that they've never seen before. Because the coolest thing that they do is they have different stations all... Yeah, Steve. S-T-E-V-E. Now you can look it up if you want to, and you can actually see it. And it's really interesting. Yeah, Manitoba, exactly, in Calgary. Exactly. And what's cool about it, what they did was they have different stations all throughout Canada. And kind of like what they do at the NOAA, which is the National Oceanic Atmospheric Association, I think is what it's called. They actually have stations that they can actually create a 3D model of all the auroras from one side of the country all the way to the other, and they can actually make it like a map, and you can actually watch it move. It was so cool. It was on one of the shows on the Science Channel, which was so cool. Just pulling this up here. Okay, so here we go. Fact time. we got some fact time. Everybody sit down, grab a drink. It's going to be awesome. Because the question that everybody wants to know is why and what are the colors? What do they mean? Like, why do you see green? Why do you see blue? Why do you see red in an aurora? And the answer is oxygen makes it glow red. And above 200 kilometers above Earth. A nitrogen atom glows blue, and a second electron hits an oxygen atom, and it glows green. That's at about 150 to 200 kilometers above Earth. And then, Lorraine, you said that you've seen pink before. That's nitrogen. And that sits between 60 to 100 kilometers above Earth. That's that pink that you get. And the yellow sits between oxygen and nitrogen, and it keeps going back and forth. That's why you get that ripple effect of the colors, because it's interacting with each other. That's amazing. That's just incredible. And that's why you get those weird colors. Now, if you look up Steve, well, you might get Steve Jobs, but not, or Steve Irwin, or Steve Harvey. But you won't get Steve the Aurora. But Steve is an atmospheric optical phenomenon which appears as a purple and green ribbon in the sky, formally discovered in 2017 by aurora watchers from Alberta, Canada. So cool. I mean, I watched that episode. It was, oh God, I can't remember the name of the show. Something about, oh man, now it's going to bug me. I don't know the name of the damn show that I watch every week. Hang on, now I got to find that too. Let me just open up another window, why not? What the hell is the name of the show? It wasn't How the Universe Works, it was something else. Shows, here we go. Space's Deepest Secrets, that's what it is. And the actual episode was episode 9, and it was called Mystery of the Northern Lights. And it was from season 4. And that got me hooked on the auroras, which is super awesome. I haven't looked to see if there was anything on our screen. I didn't see if there's anything. I may have to move the telescope. Yeah, I'm going to move the telescope, I think. I'm going to move it away from the building. There's not a cloud in the sky now. Not a cloud in the sky. Waiting for it to finish here. You notice that hot pixel didn't move. So the stars moved, but the hot pixel didn't naturally. There. So I moved it just a little bit. I can see the shadow that the moon causes. That's crazy. Aquamarine green moon. That's awesome. Here it's more like waves are pulsing. Yeah. Scuba Steve. That's right. Was that from Big Daddy? I think that's right. Was that Big Daddy? It was the one with Adam Sandler. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, another plane going through. Right there. I'm actually viewing this on my phone. It's actually not too bad. Although there's that light shroud on the bottom left. Looks like. And that's coming from the moon, too, which is kind of sucky. So Ron, you're on the tablet. That's okay. I'm actually watching it on my phone while I'm talking, just to make sure that it looks good. And it actually doesn't look too bad. I should actually lighten it up just a little bit here. Just lighten it up. That might be too much. There we go. Try that and see if that works. It doesn't look too bad. there's just a lot of light. Let me see if I can. If there's anything else. That moon is super bright out there. Man, it's causing complete havoc. So how's everybody doing out there? We got quite a few people on tonight. I was thinking about trying Skype on this laptop, but I do not want to bog this system down. I know that Tana had a bunch of people on last night. They had Jello and Melissa on, which was great. I think they had a couple people on after I went to bed last night. And they used Google Hangouts last night. And I ordered the RAM for this computer. It should be here, well, my guess is probably Friday, Saturday, or Monday, one of these 3 days. So hopefully once I get that, then I should be able to run Skype at the same time. Oh, Victor is sleepy. And that is okay. Victor, was great to have you on, as always. You're one of my biggest fans, and I definitely appreciate it. And I'll let you know when the next time I'll be on. I don't know when it's going to be. Should be soon, though. Things are going to start turning around here for these streams, and I'm super excited. Once I get the go-to going, we'll be able to get small objects. We'll be able to do a bunch of things without having to worry. Like, I could get out here, and now that it's getting darker earlier, now I'll be able to get out here at a decent hour, which is super awesome. And I can't wait to get out here at, like, say, 7 o'clock, and I could be out here for a few hours, and it wouldn't even be midnight. Mildude, welcome. Mildude asks a question. What do you think about the Sunspot Observatory event? Well, I think it's interesting. I was reading about it, and I've actually been following it the last week and a half or so, 2 weeks. And they actually used the cover-up story on it, which I think is BS. Because they figure they'll just say something and let it go away, sweep it under the rug, and then that's it. And you'll never see it again. My guess, and I'm sure everybody has their own opinion, but my guess is they saw something that they weren't supposed to see. Now, what it was, I don't know. It could have been anything. Whether it's out there or even here. I'm not really sure. It very well could have been anything. So I just think it's extremely interesting what they... Oh, shit, that's what it is. I know what I did. I was kicking the damn... Oh, God, that's what I was on, but it was actually the moon. So, then they said, okay, well, maybe it was something that is actually... that was sitting right next to the actual observatory. There's like a missile base not too far from there. So maybe they saw something over there because it's on a cliff or it's on a mountain. And they could oversee everything. So maybe they saw something there. Maybe. And then they said, well, maybe they found out something on the sun of why there's not enough sunspots because it's going through solar minimum. So maybe they figured it out and stuff, and that's why they shut it down. Well, the cover-up story, did anybody find out what the cover story was? Of how they actually it went out to the public? Because that's a good one. Because I don't believe it, but it's a good one. They thought it was pornography. One of the associates that was working there was downloading it onto the actual work computers. So that's why they shut down the entire observatory. Why in God's name would you shut down a post office next to it? For a long period of time, too. And the FBI was keeping hush-hush on it and not letting local authorities know about it. I think it's kind of interesting. When news broke about it, Venus was the one who told me about it when it first happened. I had to really, really, really read about it and really figure it out. Now, see, that I didn't hear. I did not hear there was a runner. I did not know that. But my question is if there was a hiker that died, there was a runner, how come local police wasn't involved in this? How come it had to go to the FBI and had to shut down a National Solar Observatory? Which was kind of weird, that there were 5 other solar observatories around the world, and all of their webcams and cameras all went out at the same time. Right around that same period. Within a few hours. Something didn't seem right, and nothing was adding up. So to me, we'll never know. We will never ever know what they found or did not find. It's kind of like it's a missile test. It's a testing. It was a training exercise. That's what it was. Oh, a training exercise. We'll never know. They covered that up so fast, like Area 51. We'll never know. I just think it's interesting. Yeah, the Milky Way is definitely predominant in this too. With having such a wide field, it's either you get part of the building or you're gonna get or you're gonna get the lights across the street, so you're gonna get one or the other, unfortunately. At least now I know why I was cutting in and out. Now I know. Yeah, exactly. Something's up. I just don't know what it is. God, that scared the shit out of me. Jesus Christ. Oh, good Lord. There was a spider that was on my mouse. Not the actual mouse, but actual, like, mouse. I saw something move, and I was like, good Lord, what is that? It was a spider. Where'd you go? He disappeared. I think he went under the laptop, I think. God, that scared me. Yeah, spider. Ah! I think it was a big one, too. Where the hell did he go? Come here, spider. I don't know where he went. Yeah, exactly, Melissa. It's unbelievable. With the light pollution that I'm at, I'm in the red zone for the Bortle scale. And this camera is really good. It's a really, really good camera. And what I'll do, that's what I wanted to do about an hour ago. Now that I reminded myself, is I'm gonna pull up the link for this camera, and anybody can get it. Let's see. Now, is it the best camera ever? No, it's not the best camera ever. But it's pretty good. Here we go. There we go. I just I think I might have posted it twice. I did. Ah, shoot. Okay, whatever. You're gonna get 2 of them. Whoops. My bad. Ah, God, there's the spider. Jesus, it scared the shit out of me. He went right across the screen. Ah, God. Jeez, spider. I probably just scared all you too. God. Jeez. That's a big one, too. Now he's on my computer. We have a special guest. Special guest is Mr. Spider. Mr. Spider, get out of here. God, he's huge. God, I hate spiders. But as I was saying, I sent the link. Well, hello, Stoner. Venus was on. I don't know if she's still on. Victor, he left. He went night-night. Yeah, here. There, I sent you the link. He's... Yeah, he is... Ow, damn it, that hurt. He's a quick one, too. He's fast. There he goes. Now he's going on the ground. I never seen a spider move that fast, that big. Oh man, are they fast. How did he go? Well, there he is. Jeez. Well, we had a spider incident. There was a spider that scared the shit out of me. I'm like looking at my monitor, and all of a sudden I see a big-ass spider just come right across the monitor. I mean, I think you guys would jump too. Good lord. He saw the light and thought it was like he can join the chat, I guess. I don't know. Apparently. He thought it would be fun. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. Oh boy. I might have to move it again. But it's super clear out there now. I mean, it's... They said it was supposed to clear up at midnight. And with this camera, I'm only shooting 30-second exposures with the gain like down. Like the gain is only at 16, I think. Yeah, 16. And the gain, what you do is if you bring it up, you're gonna see more of the sky. It's gonna become more grainy. But it's like ISO for a DSLR camera, same thing. So I could almost do the same exact thing with that, but it's not bad. And so far we've previewed 7,000 frames? Oh yeah, because we did a bunch of smaller ones in the beginning. That's right. Okay. In an hour and a half. Not bad. Yeah, it looks like that summer triangle is going to be setting. If that's not ironic, I don't know what is. I may have to move. I may have to move it. Yeah, I think we're gonna move the mount. I think. All right, we're gonna move it. go. Now we can take this and do M45. This little one down here. Make sure I get this right. That's right. Okay. What I'm just doing is I'm getting the labels correct here. Okay. Making this informative for everybody here. Okay, so I just labeled a few stars for everybody to see exactly where the bright stars are, so this way you get an idea of what everything is, which is kind of nice. Now, if the moon wasn't out and the lights weren't across the street, the California Nebula would sit, no joke, right here. Right where my mouse is. That's the California Nebula, would be right here. Because the reason why I know is because you have M45, which is the Seven Sisters, which is right here. Then you have two stars that sit right here. Okay, this is Perseus, okay? So Perseus, if I could draw a line, I wish I could. Alright, so Perseus starts here, goes to this star right there, then goes to this star here, and then goes to this star, then goes up, this is Algol, which is right there, then you have this star, this little tiny star right there, okay, this is Perseus A, or Iota Persei, this is Mirfak, which is right there, which is the Malat 20, this is what we got a few times ago, so you can see how big this is and how vast, how many stars there are, okay, then you have two stars which are right here, alright, so that is El Fakbir, and then that's a red giant, and then Tau Persei, which is these two stars, and it comes to a point, which is this star right here, which is Miram, which is Eta Persei. So you can see it comes to a point, comes down, and then you can just see how this would be one leg, and then this would be another leg, so it kind of looks like a person, sort of, Use your imagination, people. Use your imagination. And what I want to do, not right now, but this star right here is what I'm gonna is my next target of what I want to get. Because this star is called Attic, and it's kind of like M45, where it has blue dust around it, and I want to get it. So that'll be one of my next objects to possibly get. And you could see, what's it's interesting, is that you could see how much light the moon is casting. There's so many light shrouds. I mean, you got this one up here, okay, you can see like there's a light up here, and then you got this circle, which is right here, and then you even have some purple on it, because the moon, as you can tell, is sitting right here. And we're shooting a 30-second exposure, so we're shooting the moon right there, which is crazy. Which is nuts. Sorry, I gotta check the chat room here. Stoner, you are now a moderator. Just to let you know. I did not get the spider. The spider went away. He actually, I don't know where the hell he went. He walked out. I don't know. I saw him leave. Thank God. The spider is gone. Apparently he's this was a boring stream for him, I guess. I don't know. Which I don't know. And Stoner, that's really nice. I'm hoping everybody does. And it did run away from me, thank God. And Venus, it was nice. It was nice that you were on. And you get some sleep. And I know I'll talk to you tomorrow. You know, it's almost like a moondog, but not really. It's close. Moondogs, they happen only because you get the ice crystals in the sky. I mean, this actually looks pretty good considering with the moon being such, you know, being at 95.8% brightness. It's really not that bad. So there's two objects in this frame of view that I want to get in the next coming weeks. That's the California Nebula and then the star Attic. A-T-I-K. That's what I want to get. Now, another one that I want to get is M33. Now, where M33 sits, if you were to look, okay, you have a star here, a star right below it, and then a star, so it creates like a little triangle, okay? M33 would sit right here, right in this little area right here, right off of, it's called the Triangulum. That's the actual constellation. It's just a triangle. That's really all it is. It's the Triangulum. And it'll sit right in this area. Now, if it was super dark and I didn't have the moon here, you might, and I mean you might, be able to pick it off, and it would be right here. So, but there's a lot of things in this area that I can't get because there's just so much light. But that's okay. That is okay. We're having fun. Yeah, moondogs are actually a real thing. It's actually a real thing. Okay, apparently we lost connection. I don't understand. Okay, now we're connected. What the frick? Okay. Yeah. If you ever look it up online, you could actually see it. It is really, really cool. I saw somebody that actually caught a picture of it, and it was amazing. And I'm going to read a little bit about it. I know. Freaking gremlins. Freaking. Let me check here. Let me see. That's okay. I think it's back. We're at 4,000. Okay, I think we're good. 4,000. Alright, so what the moondog is a relatively rare, bright circular spot on a lunar halo caused by the refraction of moonlight by hexagonal plate-shaped ice crystals in cirrus or cirrostratus clouds. Moondogs appear as part of the 22-degree halo, roughly 10 moon diameters outside the moon. They are exactly analogous to sundogs, but are rarer because the moon must be bright, about a quarter moon or more, for the moondogs to be observed. Moondogs show little color to unaided human eyes because their light is not as bright enough to activate the cone cells. There you go. That is what you call a moondog. Woof. Now, for a sundog, the sundog it consists of a bright spot to the left or to the right of the sun. Two sundogs often flank the sun within a 22-degree halo. The sundog is a member of the family of halos caused by the refraction of sunlight by ice crystals in the atmosphere. Sundogs typically appear as a pair of subtly colored patches of light around 22 degrees to the left and to the right of the sun and at the same altitude above the horizon as the sun. They can be seen anywhere in the world during any season, but are not always obvious or bright. Sundogs are best seen and most conspicuous when the sun is near the horizon. Very interesting. So there you go. That's the lesson for the day. Sun and moondogs. How about that? And hot dogs. I like hot dogs. You know, with the moon being there, I don't think we're going to get many meteors. I doubt it. We ain't going to get anything, really. Because what's on this is actually, it's a tracking mount. So I can actually track these stars. Which is great. Was there planes? I didn't even see it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop out the chat. Pop it out. Yeah, there we go. So that way I can see the screen and the chat room at the same time. There we go. Alright, so Stoner wants to know, what telescopes am I using? Here's the best part. I'm not using a telescope. This is not a telescope. This is actually a camera with a wide-angled lens. That's it. This is what you get. The telescopes that I have are sitting actually right next to me because I have no mount. So the scopes are sitting here. I have a 90mm Apex Orion Cassegrain that I could use, but I'm just not going to use it, and I'm only going to use wide field because I got to get myself ready for the wonderful meteor showers for October. So I want to make sure that we're ready. Now, how do you pop out chat? When you go on the right hand side, it'll say, you know, the chat room, and you can type. There's 3 dots. You just click the 3 dots and it'll say pop out chat, and you can pop it out of the window. I'm trying to add a link, but it's fighting me. If you Google Sundog, you see some really... Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And learning things is something. It really is. I mean, just when you thought that we knew it all, something else comes along and you just go, wow, that's interesting. And it's just incredible. Yeah, and this is just a regular, I mean, it's like an $85, $90 camera. And all it does is you just screw it in. There's a 180 degree lens, so it can get literally half the sky. So I can get Cassiopeia, I can get, you know, the Big Dipper, the Small Dipper, I can get pretty much anything. And what I'm going to do is, I'm hoping, is I'm going to have one camera point in the east and one camera point in the west. So then this way, what I'll do is I'm going to have multi-vision, and it's going to be left and right. So you'll be able to see on one screen, you're going to see literally north, east, and west of the sky for the meteor shower. And that's what I'm hoping for, and I'm going to have it all labeled and everything, and I'm just going to let it run for, yes, Melissa, you thought I was joking last night. And Jello, I don't know if you're still on, but you thought I was joking. I'm not. Between October 20th and October 27th, if it's clear one of those nights, I'm going to be out here for 10 hours. I'm not joking. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start at 7, maybe 6:30, and I'm going to go all the way until 4 a.m. I'm not joking. And I'm going to do it. One of those nights, because the 27th is the Orionids for the meteor shower, so that'll be the peak is the 27th. So in that span, when it's clear, I'm going for it. I'm going to go all out. I don't care. Where I'm going to get a playlist going, and the playlist is going to be 10 hours long. I'm going to be talking for about 90% of it. Between 80 to 90%. Oh, no, not cat's purr. I don't have a cat. But I'm definitely going to do it, and I'm so excited. I'm going to do 70-second exposures, and I'm just going to get the entire north part of the sky. And it's just going to go the entire time. And if there's going to be a meteor, we're going to get it. Now, I don't have dark skies, but as Melissa said, for what we have, for light pollution, I can get a decent amount. Now, here's my question, and I meant to look this up. Will the moon be out at that time? Let me take a look and see. It will be. Shoot. But that's okay. Actually, it'll set later. So actually that'll be fine, actually. We should be okay. We should be alright. Yeah, I think I very well could do moon and sun at the same time. And I think it's going to be super exciting, and I can't wait. Because looking at the Orionids, let's see here. Oh, the maximum rate is October 21st. Okay. But you can expect to see them between the 16th and the 30th. So actually, that's even better. Oh, this will be perfect then. Oh, that's excellent. Great. So it'll be between the 16th and the 20th as I'm going to shoot for. Even better. Yes, and we are. We're so going to do it. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. I got 4 gig coming this weekend, and I'm going to do another 4 next week. So I'm going to boost this computer to go from 8 gig to 16. So I'm going to double the output on this thing. I can't change the video card on this, so we'll do what we can. I don't have Hangout on this computer though. I have Skype, but I can do Hangouts. I'd have to look. I'm gonna have to download it and get it all set up and get it ready to go. Your birthday is the 28th of October. That's awesome. That is right around Halloween. I know what she's going to do for her birthday. She's going to catch the Orionid's meteor shower. That's what she's going to do for her birthday. That's what she's going to do. She's going to check out my stream and I'm going to sing her happy birthday. That's what I'm going to do. .23 at heart, though, right? Yeah, we'd probably just want to do audio because the thing is, if I get like 2, 3, 4, or 5 people on here, you're going to have like windows like all over the place. And if I want to do the meteor shower, I want to keep the screen. Like, I kind of want the screen exactly what we have here. So this way, very minimal being used. I want to get the entire sky. So this way we can see everything. And if you guys want, actually, you want to know what? I could send it to a few of you, because I have you on messengers and stuff. I can actually send you pictures of what I got during the last meteor shower that we had. Just gotta find it. It's back here. Where is it? It was in August. I know I didn't do. Oh, here's one. Okay, here they are. There was this one. I'll send you that one. Can I send it? Yes, I can. Okay. I gotta find the other one too. Melissa, I just sent you the message of one of them. Here's the other one. Okay. Everyone buy a cake. That would be awesome. I don't know if I do. Let me check. I got Melissa, Ron, Star, Jello. That's it. I don't have you on there. I will have to find you. Contacts. Let me see if I can find you. Is it the same name? Oh, I found you. Haha, I found you. Yeah, everyone. Exactly. Excellent. Here, I can send you the picture too. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. There. I just sent you the picture too of the meteor shower. This was the best meteor that I got that night. Like, this thing was so bright that I was like looking at my computer screen and I saw something flash in the sky and I thought it was like somebody shining a flashlight. It was like crazy. I looked at him like, what the hell was that? And I go, oh my god, that was a meteor. And I was hoping to God that I was going to get it on the actual screen, and I did. And then the best, the absolute best, was when the airplane came through. That was just amazing. It was a low-level airplane, and this thing was loud, and it was coming through, and it was crazy. And I'm thinking, did we get it? Did we get it? And I'm like, yes, we did. And I'm going to send it to both of you too. Ron, I'm going to send it to you also. But I think I don't know if you were there for that. I don't know. Maybe you were. There it is. There we go. And I did see that, and I thank you, and I'm going to be doing that for yours too. Ron showed me how to do that. I never even looked, didn't even think about it. But I definitely will do that. But if you guys look at the picture, and this is the crazy part, if you look at the picture in comparison of the ones that I just sent you compared to what we have here, look at the difference in color. Like what we had that night, it was like a greenish. But look what we get tonight. It's like a light blue. It's because the moon it takes out everything in the background. Almost looks like it's daytime. That's how crazy it is. Trying to think, is there anybody else that I'm missing for Skype? Because I'm going to try the next clear night, and if I get the RAM, we're going to try it. We're gonna try to get as many people as we can to test this out. I mean, I could test it now, but I don't really want to. I don't want to risk it and then have it slow down or bog down or God knows what the hell will happen with this damn thing. So I'm probably going to be on for about another 14, 15 minutes or so. I don't, and I'm actually, I'm going to do that in a few minutes here. This way I can add everybody on there for a featured channel. I think it's a great idea. I really do think that's an amazing idea. I'm definitely going to do that, though. Yes, definitely. That's a great idea. Oh, and you're very welcome. And I'll be doing them more often, too, whether it's cloudy or not. I plan on being out here as much as I possibly can. Because you guys deserve it. You guys deserve as much astronomy. You know, some people like it, some people don't like it. And that's okay. I mean, I get it. You know, there's questions that are out there that need to be answered, and I want to be the person to be there for everybody. And that's what I plan on doing. You know, whether it's going to be, you know, a processing party, or it's going to be clear, or we could do wide field, like we're doing now. You know, I will try to be out here as much as I possibly can, knowing that the weather's going to start getting bad. That's the other thing. It's going to start getting cold, and it's going to start getting nasty. So I'm going to do everything I possibly can to be out here as much as I can, because it's all about content. That's the biggest thing. You know, I want to be out there and do everything I possibly can. And then especially, well, how can you not like it? Well, there's some people out there. You'd be surprised, Melissa. You'd be surprised. My family can't stand it. That's like my entire family. Like parents, brother, sister, wife, everybody. Nobody likes it in my entire family. I'm the only one that likes astronomy. So, I think this is more like a getaway for me. That way I get to talk to other people that like this. And that's great. Yeah, it's a stationary UFO on the left. It's not. That's a shadow. Because it's so much light. It's aliens. No, it's not aliens. And by the way, welcome back, Lord Putnam. I think you were on earlier. F-76-700M, cheap telescope, but people are likely saying I'll regret it very much after I get the scope. Well, as I said before, it all depends on what you want to do with it. That's the thing. I mean, I always say there's never a wrong decision with choosing a telescope. If you have your heart set on something and you want to make it work, go for it. You know, there are telescopes out there that you could do planetary. There's telescopes that you could do for wide field. There's telescopes you could do long exposure. I mean, it's all up to what you want to do. You know, if you want to do planetary, that might be your best bet. The 76-700, that means it's 76 millimeters in aperture and 700 millimeters in focal length. So you divide those two, you're getting about 9 F ratio. So if you want to do just viewing, by far, that's your best bet. So you would want to get that. If you want to do long exposure, that's not what you want to do. Like I've been telling Ron for the last few weeks, you want to start with the base. You want to start with the mount first, and then work your way up. Now, is the 76-700, is that computerized, or is that just a tabletop telescope? Because I think it's just a tabletop telescope. Because I know you asked if you could put a microscope lens in there, or microscope eyepiece, and I know you can't do that. That I know for a fact. What do you mean by can you see Newtonian? Well, Newtonian telescopes, they're different than the mini Dobson that you were looking for. You know, and as Tanner just said, any telescope is a great way to start with for a learning curve. You know, the best way to do it is don't go big. Do you recommend? You know, yes and no. People get complacent very easily with computerized telescopes. I learned so much with my Dobson because I learned star patterns, star charts, objects, where to find certain things. We were kind of spoiled a little bit with a computerized telescope because you could just push a button and go, oh, M31, beep beep, there it is. Oh, that's great. So, and I would say computerized is great, but not to start out with. I wouldn't. I would start small. You know, people say, well, go out and get the 8-inch. Go out and get the biggest telescope because I want to see more. Not a good idea. Not good. I wouldn't do it. Because then you got to lug this thing back and forth. And God forbid that you ever have to walk up and down stairs and have to carry this 50-pound telescope up and down the stairs. And then if it comes with a mount, then you got to take the mount up and down. And you got to disassemble it and put it back up. And then it's going to make the hobby not fun anymore. Because then it's going to actually seem like it's a part-time job. Don't do it. Your best bet is to do exactly what Mildude is doing. Exactly. You may not get the best, you know, out of astronomy. But to me, you'll learn so much more. And it's going to be cheaper, too. And that's the thing. You start out small and then work your way up. That's what I did 6 years ago. I started with a small telescope, and then I said, okay, well, I spent my money on a small telescope and a small mount. Now let's go out and get a camera. Okay, well, now you can put a camera on there. Okay, sweet. Now I want to get filters. All right, cool. I want to do that. I want to get eyepieces. All right, sweet. And you just work. It's like a car. You just keep adding little things here and there, and then when you want to upgrade, then you could take the one thing and sell that and put something else in and just keep going back and forth. You make the calls. And what's great is then you can actually use the money for other things and save up for it. So I would say, Mildude, you're doing the right thing. You really are. You're doing the right thing by getting something that you can work with. As much as anybody would love to have a 90mm apochromatic refractor, triplet glass, it's not feasible. Because something like that would cost you $2,000. And yeah, that'd be awesome to have, and you get the best pictures ever, and it's super awesome. It's just not feasible. You know, you got to work your way up. You don't start as a professional astronomer right off the bat. You know, and Melissa and Mildude and Tana and Lord Putnam and Ron. Even Ron, I've helped out a few times too, and I'm going to help him out as much as I possibly can, as he has a Pentax camera. And he's got his own scope too, so he's right in that same line where everybody else is that I have the telescope, I have the camera, but what do I do? Where do I go from here? And exactly, step by step to bring yourself to be a professional. That's exactly right. So, and I would say, you work your way up, you know. And that 76-700, you could actually do, I would say, get a Barlow lens. If someone wanted to listen to space noise, what would you recommend? Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a really good one. But first, I'm going to answer the question for Mildude. Is that you can get a Barlow lens, and then you can actually magnify it. And if you get a webcam, a dedicated webcam, you could do planetary with that 76mm. I did it with my 8-inch Dobson, which was like the worst possible thing you could ever do. Is trying to do planetary on a manual 8-inch Dobson, which is the dumbest thing ever. But I did it. To answer the question of Tana is saying, listen to space noise. There is space noise, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is interesting. It's happened to me quite a few times, and it's right in the same spot every single time. Is that when I'm driving, there's a street that's about maybe 1.5 miles from here. And if you have AM radio, and this only happens on AM radio, is that you can get an actual noise that it actually emits. And Tana, you got it right. It's off of Jupiter, which is crazy. You can actually get the radio waves off of Jupiter onto AM radio, and it sounds like that, like non-stop. But it's faint, but you can hear it. And it's only in a certain spot that you can get it, and that's space noise. And it's really cool. Now you could say, well, what's space noise? I mean, is there really sound in space? Kind of like if a tree falls with nobody around, does it make a sound? I mean, there is sound. Planets make a sound. Stars make sound. There's always sound. Now, can you physically hear it? No. Yes, Jupiter does make its. You know, I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to look it up. Because it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Because I had to look it up the day it happened. Here. Jupiter AM radio frequency. Jupiter's radio emissions may be heard from Earth on frequencies ranging from 14 to 38 millihertz, or megahertz. I suggest you pick up a frequency between 18 to 28 for the greatest likelihood of success. Below this range, atmospheric refraction will usually hinder your ability to hear Jupiter. You can actually hear it. It's nuts. Let me see if I can play it here. I don't want to get... Let me see if I can do this. Do you hear it? Sounds like crickets. That's crazy. That's just nuts. So the planets can make sound, and you can use a ham radio. I'm pretty sure you can, because it's a stronger radio to actually do it. Now this one actually did all the planets, it looks like. So let's get started, it says. Earth sounds. Well, we already know Earth sounds. Not even gonna do Earth, because we already know what Earth sounds like. Uranus. So this is Uranus. That's crazy. It sounds like a really bad windy storm. Oh, the wind is really bad out here. Wow, that's really cool. Wow, that sounds creepy. It's not a UFO. On the left-hand side, that's actually, it's a smudge. Wow. Now this one is Miranda, which is the moon of Uranus. Oh yeah, sure. There we go. So this is Miranda. And then this one is Saturn, one of the scariest, weirdest planets that we've ever heard. Oh God, I can't imagine. Oh wow. That is crazy. Wow. I can't imagine what the next one would be. Wow. That gives you, like, goosebumps. Wow. Neptune is next. Wow, that is crazy. Jupiter, which we already knew because I played that one before. Wow, that is just nuts. We'll see if they have Venus on here. I don't know if they do or not. Io, which is the moon of Jupiter, is next. It sounds like straight out of a Halloween film. And that's it. So that was just a few of the planets. That is really cool. That is unreal. That was the sounds. Absolutely amazing. I figured you guys would want to hear that. The last one was Io. That was Jupiter's moon. Can you hear Vega? That's a great question. I don't think you can. And how about Titan? I'm sure you can hear Titan too. Now that was one of the you got to credit the person that actually did that, and the person that did that was Full Moon the Baker. He's got 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he actually did the planet sounds. I don't know if he did any of the other ones. Let me see here. I don't think he did. Let me see. No, he did not. That was the only one he did for Planet Sounds. That was it. He plays Doom a lot, I see. Doom 2. Wow, that's cool. Let me just type it in. Planet Sounds. There's some clouds coming through here. Oh, shoot. No, we don't want that. That's bad. No, wrong. Bad. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, so this one here...
Mercury.
So this is Mercury.
Venus.
That's interesting.
Earth.
That's crazy.
Mars. Jupiter. Saturn.
Which we heard that one before. So we know that that's not fake, because that's 3 people that have put this out here.
Saturn's rings. Uranus.
Uranus. Or Uranus.
Neptune. Pluto. What do you think black holes sound like?
That's so cool. That is amazing. That is so cool. And there you go. So now we get to hear the sound of our planets. It's amazing. I might invest in seeing if I can find a ham radio, and that would be really cool. And just do like a, just go nuts and try to see if you can find like the sounds of everything. There are some clouds coming in. Oh snap, there's lots of clouds coming in here. Oh boy. It looks like there's going to be lots of clouds coming in here. So I think that might be our cue to possibly call it a night. And that's what it's all about, Star. So that's what it's all about. It's about to just have fun. Whether it's 1:15 a.m. or if it's 10:15 p.m. And you're very welcome. It's just, I love it. I love doing this. This is just so much fun. I think there's going to be lots of clouds coming in. But that is okay. I try to be awesome. I try to. I do my best. I really do. And you're welcome. We'll kick up the music just a little bit here. And about there. So we'll go for just about another 5 more minutes or so, and then we will call it a night. That way we'll go to about 1:25, and then we can just do our closing segment, as Ron would always say. And the best part is, I'll have the stream up for everybody. So, it'll be up sometime tomorrow morning. And then we should be good to go. I don't know if I want to edit all these videos, because that's a lot. There is a lot of videos to edit. So, I don't know. I might not. I don't know. What I do know is this is going to be one of the most viewed videos since the Persides. Because we are at 7th best all time. That's awesome. The meditation sounds at night is really good. That's the best way to go. Those clouds look really cool. Those clouds are awesome. They have them on YouTube also, where you can actually, they have like 5 hours or something like that, where you can actually just listen to like the creek, or you can listen to like the ocean sound, and you can just like, it's like soothing, and then you can just like fall into your own like, world. It's just amazing. And make sure you're sharing too, which is always good. And if you guys haven't looked, I've been working on my website lately, like a lot. And if you have ADHD, then my site is for you. Like, I could be a salesperson. I could be like, yes, my site is for you, and there's more. Like you would always say, there's more to come. So if you ever get a chance, what I'm going to do, it may bog the system down, but we're going to try it anyways, just for the hell of it. Why? Because I can, and it's awesome. So let's see here. Let's see if it'll bog the system down. I'm hoping not. Don't bog the system down here. Let's see. Let's see. There it is. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to... Nope, that's not it. Is it this one? Yes, that's the one, okay. Okay. Alright, so I've been working on my website, as you can tell. And I have been adding a ton to this website. So, pretty self-explanatory. You know, to the left we have the menu. Okay, we got Home, Astro Basic, Astro Blog, and then you also have Cloudy Nights. To the right, we have the live actual like video right now as we speak. So if you ever get a chance, and like if I'm going live, you don't have to actually go anywhere. You can go right on my website and actually click the button, and I have it fed through, so you can actually watch it. Below that, you have every episode I've ever done, going all the way back to May of 2016. Is when I first started. It was May 10th. I have them sorted by season 1, season 2, season 3. So this is the third year I've been doing it. And what's great about this is if they have little asterisks next to it, you can actually watch a mini-sode. So I would do the hour and a half, condense it to like 25-30 minutes, and then do the mini-sode, which was like 2 minutes, which is really cool. And then I have the object there next to it, so you can see that. Below that is the SBIG ST2, supposed to say 2000, not 200, the donation fund, which is always so much fun. It's not really more of a donation fund, it's more of where I stand before I get to the goal. I'm at 12.6%. We got to get to the goal. So I'm making monthly payments on it. Should be by March. And then I'll have this camera. It's an expensive camera, but I want it. I need it. I have to have it. It's a monochrome camera, and I want it. To the left of it, you actually have what's really cool is a light pollution map. And you could type in your address, or you could go pretty much anywhere in the United States and check to see what your light pollution is. And the same goes for overseas. If you wanted to check Europe, you wanted to check Africa, you wanted to check China, Japan, anywhere. All you would do is you would type in an address, and it would take you right to it, which is super, super cool. It has light pollution for everywhere. So you could definitely check that out. The next, Ron, you'll be very happy. ERT Radio is on here, as I'm a partner with Mr. Ron. And what you do for this is, if you haven't logged in or created an account, you would just click this button right here. So it says Find More About ERT Radio. You'd click it, and then you'd be able to create an account and actually chat with everybody else. If you want to just listen, if they're live, it'd be a big play button right here. You just hit play. If you want to download the actual app to your phone or your computer, it's right here. So you have your App Store, Google Play, Windows, or Mac. You would just click it, and it would go right to it. The next thing is Sky Tour Radio. This is with Mark D'Antonio and Amanda Curran. They're on KGRA Radio with Bill from Skywatcher Gaming. He is a producer at KGRA. You would click this to actually listen live. They're a 24/7 radio station. And then Mark D'Antonio does the Sky Tour Radio News. And they actually have a show Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on KGRA. And I have their archives right here for their audio. The last 5 episodes that they've had. The latest one was this past Sunday. And actually, I screwed up. I think that's supposed to be 33 and 34. I missed 33, so I'll have to add 33. And then also, Amanda does her video Sky Tour News. And I have every episode she's ever done dating back to January 28th. So she does, what's great, it's the Sky Tour News of the week. So you can see every week is on here, and if you click it, it'll take you right to YouTube by hitting submit. The next thing we have is the QHY. And I have it set here for the cameras of small, large, and scientific CCDs. And then they're just sorted just by the actual number and by monochrome or color. And I'm getting that all set up and everything. And then also, I just added this yesterday. It's called Project 1,000 Subscribers. Yes, people, we are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. It's getting to be that. Whoa, hit the wrong button. It's getting to be that point where we're getting closer and closer. 1,000 subscribers. Right now we are currently at 638 subscribers. I am reaching out to every single person like possible to make sure that everybody knows my site and the work that I do. When we get to 1,000, I'm going to be doing giveaways throughout that single month. So if it happens in November, that whole month of November, I'm going to be doing giveaways. Gift cards, little telescopes, little things here and there, keychains with my name on it or the Elliott Astro-Imaging. We're going to do magnets. We're going to do bumper stickers. We're going to do everything you could possibly think of when we hit 1,000. You name it, I'm going to do it. And it's going to be weekly giveaways, rain or shine, don't care what the weather is. When we hit 1,000, that's going to happen. We just need an extra 322 people to go, or 362. My math is, it's 1:30 in the morning. But we just need to get to 1,000. That's all we got to do. Share this page with everybody you know. I don't care who it is, if it's on Twitter, Instagram, Flickr. I don't know if there's any other ones out there. There's like 100. So make sure you do it. The next thing is, if you need to get in contact with me, I'm running out of space, people. running out of space. Facebook contact. If you need to contact me, you just click this button here, and you can actually dial right into Facebook Messenger, and you can message me straight from there. The next thing is Sobani Marketplace. I have everything on here that they sell, and it takes you right to the AliExpress website. Now, Melissa, I was talking to you earlier, and you wanted the actual link to the actual camera that you were talking about. It is on here, I think, or it was. Is it on here? It was on here. I think oh, here it is right there. Color CMOS CCD. That's it right there. So the camera that you're looking at, well, not this second, but the camera that you were looking at is that camera right there on my website underneath accessories. So you can see it right from there. And then, really important, people, really important, Sky Safari. It's still free. Get on that. Make sure you download it for Sky Safari 6. For Pro, it's $7.99. Plus, it's $39.99. And then Android, it's a little bit cheaper. I don't know why it's cheaper. But then you can actually download it right to your actual phone. Then we have my clear sky chart. So you can actually see what the actual weather is for here. So if you are wondering on a Tuesday afternoon, you're like, I wonder if he's going to go live tonight. Go to my website, take a look, and you can say, oh man, it's clear there. He's going to go live. So then you'll know. And no, I'm not going to go live at 3 a.m. tomorrow. That's just not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And then I talked to Steve from Amateur Astrophotography Magazine, and I have every episode from his on here. So you can actually click it, and it'll actually take you right to the actual magazine. It's a free magazine that they accept donations. I've been talking to him about it, so I added it on my website. It's interactive, which is super nice, and then you can just go to the archive and you can go from there. If you're an amateur astrophotographer that likes to do processing, that's it for you right there. It's called the Processing Corner. So you can actually download each thing and then actually make your images 10 times better, which is super nice. And then, of course, the fun at the bottom. I don't know why the colors changed to red. No idea. Because I probably added so much stuff, the colors changed on it, and it looks really, really bad. I got to work on that. But you can actually enter your birth date, and it will actually tell you how old you are on each planet. Super cool. And then your weight. For the people that live outside the United States, you can actually enter your kilograms. So, like, for instance, say I'm 56 kilograms. It'll tell you that you're 123.2 pounds. So then you just take it and you do 123.2. Doing this in the dark. 0.2. Hit calculate, and it will calculate everything for you in pounds and kilograms on each planet and the dwarf planets. So it's really cool. It's taken me a long time to get to this. Again, if you have ADHD, this site is definitely for you. Because when you go to Astro Basics, it gets even worse. Because there's even more stuff that I'm working on. It's all in the works. Working hard. Eventually, we're going to have all 88 constellations and having separate pages for each one. Messier objects, again, separate page for each one. Known stars, same thing. Giants and dwarfs. Working hard to get these pages done. Hoping by the end of the year, all of these will be taken care of. So like if I go to Messier objects, working hard to get the colors changed over. But these are all Messier objects here. And you can see, I gotta lower this down. But then, of course, then you have my actual pictures of these too, which is super cool. And you'll be able to click them and actually look at each one individually. Like if I wanted to click, let's see, which one can I do that was really cool? Let me see. I could do that one. That's the ring. And you can actually zoom in. Well, it really doesn't zoom in that much, but that's the ring. That's that right there. And then I could do the Little Dumbbell Nebula. So that's that one. And I can show you M108. This goes back 5.5 years ago. That's crazy how long ago that was. Some of these are like really old. I haven't touched this page in forever. What's this one? Oh yeah, this one was not too long ago actually. Okay. That was with the QHY, okay. Oh, the Whirlpool. I remember this one. That one was so cool. This one was taken out in North Java, New York. That's so cool. I remember that one. An old Pleiades one taken from home. M38. AKA the Starfish. M37. And eventually I'll have most of these all put in. It's just taking time. As you know, I don't have much time for anything. That was taken 5 years ago. Again, 5 years ago. So yeah. Astroblog, I'll be working on this too. What I plan on doing is every session I have, I started doing it dating back to 2016. I really haven't been able to get a chance to get to these, but eventually for you astrophotographers out there, if you ever wanted to actually take my images like you do in AstroBin, you can actually download the zip file on each image, and you can actually download them and process them yourself, as you can tell. So they show how big the file is, how many there are, and each time of each one, and then you get the distance, how far it is, the constellation it's in, and then the magnitude. And then the name of the object, whether it's a galaxy, nebula, or whatever it is, or star cluster, and then the date that I took it. Eventually I'll get to it. We're working on it. We're trying real hard. It's just a one-man show, unfortunately. So I'm working on all this stuff. And then you can download the Deep Sky Stacker app, or the program, and then you can actually download the actual darks and flats and biases for each thing, and I will add other cameras and stuff on here too as I go along. That was a mouthful. That's a lot, but you could tell that it's a lot of good stuff. The clouds went away, and I gained a subscriber too. I don't know who subscribed, but somebody subscribed while we were doing all that. But the clouds went away, which is super awesome. And where are pics of me? I don't have pics. There's no pics of me. If you want to see me, you can always look at previous streams. There's always previous streams of me actually working hard. Andy, welcome. Echelon 314, welcome. Jello, does 1,000 sub win? No, because actually, you want to know what? I would win that. I want that one. That would be great. Oh, and Andy, thank you for subscribing. So it was you that did it. That's awesome. I definitely appreciate it. And make sure you hit the notification bell because you never know when I'm going to be on. You never know. So the clouds disappeared. And it's almost 1:40. I got to get up in like 5 hours. Oh, God. I got to get up early. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, well. It's all about astronomy. I don't care. And if you're looking, that's the moon on the right-hand side. This is the moon glare. Like, whenever you get, like, a shine into a camera, you're going to get that weird glare. So that's what that is. That's typical when you're shining something. But, yeah, I think we're... Oh, and Jurgen's on. Welcome, Jurgen. Or $1,500 4K player. Wow. Everybody wants the A7S II. Everyone wants it, and it's a full frame. Oh my God, it's an amazing camera. Everyone's wanting it. It's expensive though. But didn't they say something about that A7S II is going to be cheaper when the 3 comes out? If it hasn't already? Oh, Andy, it's 6:38 a.m. where you are? Whoo! I hope you didn't stay up. You're probably just waking up now. That's what time I have to wake up tomorrow, which is technically today. But I'm talking to you as of tomorrow, which is today. It's Back to the Future. It's pretty awesome. That's just incredible. But I think all good things have to come to an end sometimes, unfortunately. Because I think I gotta call it quits because I gotta get up and I need some sleep because I gotta work tomorrow. It kind of sucks. But it's okay. Because I'll try to be back out here in the next couple of days. I just don't know what day. Probably either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure. I think Saturday is probably the best day for weather. I'm checking right now. Pulling it up. Let's see. Daily. Yeah. Saturday. Saturday is mostly clear. So I think we're gonna plan on that. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be around. That's true. Tana, that's right. It's not tomorrow until you slept. That's very true. I'll never use the camera other than pointing it at the sky for a video. That's true also. I've been awake all night, create a game map. A game map? Well, that's pretty cool. Ronaldo. Is that a game? I've never heard of it. Or is that the soccer player? Because there is a Ronaldo. I think that's who it is. I could be wrong. I don't know. You're from the United Kingdom, right? I know a couple people that I help out for astronomy out in the United Kingdom. I'm going to go for a couple more minutes. I'll let you guys wind down, because I'm going to wind down myself. And that's what I figured, United Kingdom. That's what I figured. When you said 5 hours, that's what I thought. No way, that's awesome. Call of Duty maps, that's really cool. And what does it mean by hot pixel? What that means is the camera is putting out heat. So what that means is it's the pixel gets really hot. They have hot and cold pixels. So sometimes in a camera, if you don't run enough darks, the pixel can become hot, which means it'll turn red. If it's cold, it'll turn blue. And if you don't run enough darks, then you're going to get a whole ton of them. They're like if I took the actual darks off, watch what happens. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to none. There. This is without darks. Do you see how many pixels there are? There are a ton of blue and red pixels all over the place. But then if I take it and I put it back on... Oh shoot, I forgot which one it was. Was it this one? I think it was this one. 3016. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is the right one. There. And now you can see that it's gone. You can see there's such a big difference because I ran the darks. Now the more darks you have, the better off the image will be because you have more of a reference frame. So which is always good. So I'm going to call it a night out here. Even though it's super freaking clear outside and it's super awesome out there. I gotta get some sleep. And how long have we been streaming for? 3 hours and 56 minutes. Not bad. So, if there's anything else from anybody, I'm going to end this broadcast. There was a ton of people on tonight. Lots and lots of activity going on. And that is great. I mean, I could thank every person individually, but it would take me 10-15 minutes to go through each one. So, I want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in and then just enjoying the stream. And who knows, maybe on Saturday, I might take a few phone calls on Skype. How about that, people? I think I should. Yeah, in 4 minutes it will be 4 hours. Now 3 minutes. So, thank you Tana, thank you Tanya, thank you Andy. Star, Ron, Jello was on for a while, Chris Astro Channel was on for a while, Venus was here, ALS was on, Lord Putnam was on. Trying to go through every single person here. Melissa was on. Trying to think of anybody else that I missed. Mildude, can't forget about Mildude. Venus was on. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to write down everyone's name so at the end I'm not searching for everybody. I got Tanya, I got Chris Astro Channel. ALS was on earlier in the stream. Jello I got. So yeah. And don't forget about Andy. How can I not forget about Andy? Andy's at the end. But that's okay because it's super early in the morning for him. Oh, Lorraine! I forgot about Lorraine. She was on too. I forgot about her. I did get Venus. But then, of course, Mr. Jello. Can't forget about Jello. Because everybody needs more Jello. Right? Yeah. Alright, everybody. I'm going to head on out. But thank you for watching. I will let everybody know when I'm going to be on again. I just don't know when. But I'll let you guys know. So, have a wonderful night, everybody. Good night.